So I have a 1980 Mercedes diesel for sale. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad out here. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So just want to kind of give everybody a walk around. I say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, a video is probably better than that. Plus I'll probably dump 1,000 words on you by the time we're done. Badging all looks good. Bumper looks great. There's a little paint issue right in the back right here. That not even a paint issue, just a little bit very minor surface rust. A couple little chips of that. You gotta be up kind of close to see all that. I'm sloppy when I wax it, so there's a little bit of wax around some of the trim. Here's the rubber piece that goes on the back bumper. There is a spare tire. Ta-da. Looks like there is a jack. There's another rubber boot that goes, looks like on the front, up front where there's a cracked one. A couple spare belts and a fuel filter go with the car. Got a little bit of rust spot right here, right at the trim piece. Overall, the car is beautiful. I mean, it's, you see a lot of really beat up old 300s out there, but it's in great shape. There's a little rust spot right here, and that is probably about the worst of it. Now somebody has put a little bit of cover paint on there. Got a little trim separation right here, a little bit of trim separation right here. On the sunroof, there's a couple little spots right on the edge of the sunroof, but all original glass all the way around. It's even got the original ink that Mercedes used up here in the top of the windshield. They used faded layers of ink instead of putting tinting on the windows. So yeah, here you can kind of appreciate the paint, nice and shiny, nice front end. I just noticed when I got out here, I've got a stone chip in that windshield, or that headlight right there. Looks like it's even letting water in, but the headlights work great, fog lights work great. Got a cracked headlight enclosure up here. Grille itself looks great, front bumper looks great. So I'm just gonna pop the hood real quick. And voila. So I love when people stand around and look under the hood like they know what they're doing. We've got a broken pillar bolt right here for the little wing nut, but this thing is also clipped down, so it's not going anywhere. There is a little bit of rusty colored deposit on here. Oh, there you go. You can see when I scratch it away, it's actually paint underneath. And it's got a nice, good battery in it. It'll sit for 5-6 months at a time sometimes, and when I start it up, it just starts right up. Foot on the gas for 10 seconds, and it does pretty good. Windshield washer motor, I think I have confirmed, does not work. But hopefully you can see, I mean, the engine's in great shape. It's not caked up with a bunch of diesel grime. I mean, everything that I see on this car tells me that the miles were accurate when I got it. I bought it at 96,000. It's currently showing 106, but I think it's really actually 107, or it's under 107 total. But somebody pushed the odometer trip meter reset on me last year and stripped out the odometer, so it doesn't register miles anymore. Here is the VIN plate that the car is actually manufactured to, the underhood plate that shows all the fitment, and it tells you it was originally a California car, had air conditioning, had power windows, sunroof, the color, the engine, all that good stuff. The vacuum pump, I suspect the vacuum pump needs to be replaced because the door lock stuff doesn't work. The transmission in second gear shifts, seems like a little early. I'm not sure. I had to put a new alternator in a few years back. It cost me $89 and took me about 30 minutes. The air conditioning compressor is disconnected. The belt is disconnected, and you can, if you look, it's hard to see it, but it's disintegrated. So the air conditioning and the compressor is beyond redemption, I would imagine. Firewall all looks good. Everything's nice and still got undercoat on it, or layer of paint. The chrome on all the mirrors and all that stuff looks good. And that original Mercedes glass. Sunroof, which operates as it should. Just push the button and go. Oh, I'll show you the interior before I get in. So the driver's seat is obviously shot. It just ripped a couple years ago from me sitting on it, and I was devastated. The only damage to the interior prior to that was this little piece right here that, it's not ripped through, but it's deteriorated. Wood looks pretty good. Not perfect. There's a little chip in that piece there. This piece here will pop off periodically. I just stick it back in there by hand. I haven't even tried to retape it or anything. The headlight switches are, or I'm sorry, the window switches will sit down in there. I got frustrated with it, and I just can't even deal with it. So that'll need somebody else's attention. The windows all work just fine. All you have to do is just kind of secure it when you push the buttons. I bought the little switches on eBay, and they fit fine. They just, I don't know, there's too much wire and too little space. So a little bit of wear on this seat as well, on the back. Some discoloration on the floorboard up there, and I can never tell. I don't know if it's water, oil, smoke. I suspect it's probably all of the above. Oh, and it is likely either coming from around the window or right there at that A-pillar at the gasket. There's some rust right in there, and then just down inside there as well. And I really, it's a lost cause. I've tried to shoot pictures of it, video of it, just doesn't seem to work. You can see right around the rear view mirror enclosures, just a little bit of wear, or not even wear, just, paint deteriorated over the years. Could use a fresh coat of black. The rear interior, all door panels look good all the way around. The seats here, you can tell that they're, they've been sitting out in the heat, and they've kind of, I don't know, buckled. I don't know what the word is for that, but they look a little funny. Still seat just fine. Up here, all this stuff, this plastic trim right around each one of the doors, as well as the rubber on top of the doors. The rubber on top of the doors is dry rotted, and I mean it's no bueno. It could use a replacement for sure. Window switches all work in the back. Wheels look pretty good. This is probably one of the better wheels, so I'm showing you the good one here. Little rust spot down inside here. Nothing underneath the car at all. No rust right around the edges at all. Here's all the car information in case you're curious. And I'm just gonna fire it up real quick. Got less than a minute left on my video. Oh, there's a little damage right there where somebody has probably put a cigarette into it accidentally. Now, as you can see on the temperature gauge, the car's not totally warmed up. It's been sitting all day. I just got home from work, so I figured I'd just fire it up. But here, I'll let you listen to it and look at it. And just to prove there's no shenanigans here, there's no smoke or anything coming out of the tailpipe. I just revved it hard, and there's no residue whatsoever. Antenna does not work. If you have any other questions, hit me up on my text via my ad. Thanks.